The sound of muffled cries echoed from the girls' bathroom. 3 bullies laughed cruelly as they dragged a trembling girl across the tiles. But none of them knew just 2 walls away, a SWAT team was running a live drill. And the team leader? He was her father. What happens when the most disciplined man in the city hears his daughter scream, "Stay till the end," because when the truth hits, no bully will ever forget this day. Emily Carter had always been quiet. She wasn't the kind of girl to talk back or fight for herself, not because she was weak, but because she believed people would understand kindness better than anger. But high school didn't work that way every day. The same trio, Jessica, Megan, and Claire, found a new way to humiliate her. They laughed at her thrift store clothes, mocked her quiet voice, and called her mute mouse. Emily tried to ignore them, hoping they'd get bored. They never did. Her father, Captain John Carter, was a SWAT team leader, calm, disciplined, and respected by everyone. Emily adored him but kept her pain hidden. She didn't want to distract him from his dangerous job. She would smile at home and cry silently at school. That Friday, things got worse. During lunch, Jessica spilled juice on Emily's notebook, the one where she wrote her poetry. As the red liquid bled across the pages, Jessica smirked. "Oops. Guess your dreams just drowned." Emily's throat burned, but she said nothing. She just walked away, but Jessica wasn't done. Later that afternoon, when the final bell rang, she whispered something to Megan and Claire, a wicked smile forming on her lips. "Let's have some fun before we leave." They cornered Emily near the bathroom. "Come on, mouse," Jessica taunted. "You think you're better than us with your little poems?" Emily tried to leave, but Megan shoved her back inside. The door slammed shut. They grabbed her backpack, threw her notebooks in the sink, and turned on the water. The pages melted into soggy pulp. Then they grabbed Emily by her hair and dragged her toward the stalls. Tears ran down her cheeks as she begged, "Please, stop," but her voice broke into a sob. Jessica sneered. "You'll thank us later. We're teaching you not to dream above your level." Just then, a faint vibration shook the floor. A heavy door opened somewhere nearby. None of the girls noticed that a group of armed officers was training in the basement, part of the SWAT tactical unit, and the man giving commands was Emily's father. Captain Carter stood in the school's underground gymnasium. The team was running a hostage simulation. Loud noises, fake gunfire, echoing steps. His voice was firm. "Remember, awareness saves lives. You never ignore a sound that doesn't belong." Then a faint, muffled scream reached his ears. He froze. The sound came again. This time, clearer. A desperate "Sierra Whiteout IT" was her voice. "Hold position," he ordered, removing his headset. The others watched as he sprinted toward the direction of the noise, up the stairwell, toward the East Hall bathrooms. Inside, Jessica and her friends were still laughing. Megan had locked the door. Emily was on the floor, clutching her wet bag, her tears falling silently. Then, bang, the door burst open. 3 armed officers stormed in, with Captain Carter at the front. The laughter died instantly. Jessica froze, her face turning pale. "What's going on here?" Captain Carter's voice thundered and none of them spoke, but when his eyes fell on Emily's bruised knees, tear-streaked cheeks, his heart shattered. He rushed to her, gently lifting her off the floor. "Sweetheart, who did this?" Emily couldn't speak. She just buried her face in his chest. Jessica stammered, we didn't mean enough." His voice turned cold. He didn't need her confession, the scene said it all. The principal arrived minutes later, alerted by the commotion. The 3 bullies were suspended immediately. Their parents were called in, and for the first time, Jessica's confidence cracked when she saw her father apologizing to Captain Carter, begging to keep her record clean. But Captain Carter didn't yell. He didn't seek revenge. Instead, he looked at them with the same authority he used in the field. "You think power makes you strong? Real strength is protecting, not hurting. Remember that before life teaches you the hard way." As the bullies left, ashamed and silent, Emily hugged her dad tightly. "Dad, I didn't want you to see me like this." He smiled softly, brushing her hair back. "Emily, you never have to hide your pain from me. You're my daughter, and your voice deserves to be heard." That evening, Emily sat at her desk, her new notebook open. The first page read, "They broke my silence, but they also woke my strength." And for the first time, she uploaded her poetry online under her name, Emily Carter. Within days, thousands of people read her words, many leaving messages saying her strength inspired them. She wasn't the mute mouse anymore. She was the girl who spoke, and the world finally listened. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Sometimes, the quietest hearts hold the loudest strength. And when you finally speak, the world changes.